showing you my Blu-ray collection. I don't got like 1,000,000 of them, but I got some of them. You know, 'cause it's nice to see a movie in like real good definition. You know, when I saw that they got, 4K Blu-rays out, and I thought, holy crap, that's pretty cool. Folks, first up, we got Borat. You know, this movie, I think I got this one on like Amazon or something, 'cause they don't sell a Blu-ray of this, as far as I know, in like America. And it's got like a, UK stuff on the back and the front. Well, this movie's one of the funniest that I ever seen. He's like a real good actor at being that character. And that movie makes me laugh so much. 'Cause ain't nobody know that he's like being a character. So that's why I like that one. Next up, folks, we got Anchorman. And it's got Will Ferrell in it. And Steve Carell in it too. This is one of them comedy classics. I only seen it a few times. But it was one of them movies that I was like, well, you gotta have a copy of that on Blu-ray. And Netflix has got a lot of stuff on it nowadays. But still, some of them movies I gotta have on the Blu-ray. This next one's a real funny one. And it's called The Nice Guys, with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. These two play like a set of detectives in this movie, and I thought they was real funny together. There's a lot of parts in the movie that are real funny. Like they get into all kinds of hijinks. And they're both detectives. Back in like the 1970s. This next one's an interesting movie. It's another one with Ryan Gosling. And it's called Only God Forgives. And I like this one a lot. 'Cause it was like similar to the guy from Drive. The same guy made this movie that made the Drive movie. Apparently this movie didn't do well at the, box office. But I thought it was good. It's in like Bangkok. And it's about like crime, underworlds and all this stuff. And there's like some fighting scenes in it. It's like a real artistic movie. So I thought that one was real good. This one's a classic. For dang sure. And it's Napoleon Dynamite. I remember when this came out. I was in middle school. And like everyone was going around quoting movie. Okay, we got another good one, and it's Dumb and Dumber 2. And it's the second Dumb and Dumber movie, and it came out a few years ago. And well, I'd have to say that it ain't exactly as good as the first. I thought it was still a good movie, and I think I'd watch it every now and again, definitely. You know, Jim Carrey is real one of the good, funny guys of the world. 'Cause like it seems as though he don't really care about being a goofball. Okay, next up we got Dumb and Dumber, which is the first of the Dumb and Dumber films. And you know, I'd be interested in somebody who ain't never seen this movie. 'Cause, you know, well, I think everyone's seen it. And the soundtrack to this movie is out of this world, I'll tell you that much. Got some real good 90s hits on this sucker. And you make you bust out laughing. This next up is easily one of my favorite films of the world, and maybe even the galaxy. And it's Drive with Ryan Gosling. You know, it's got such like a good feel to the movie. Very like emotional and pretty artistic. You know, and I like that the main character doesn't really say a whole lot, but rather you have to guess what he is thinking, and you usually feel what he's thinking, or, you know, feeling. You know, it's a great, like, story of, well, I'm trying to think of how to put it. He's like a getaway driver, and he's real got like a set of rules that he won't break. But you know, you'll just have to watch the movie because I don't want to give it away. But this is one of my biggest recommendations for movies. And you know, he looks real cool in the movie too. This next film was my first Blu-ray DVD that I ever owned, and that film is Batman: The Dark Knight. You know, I remember I bought this the day it came out on Blu-ray, and I watched it on my PlayStation 3. And I was so excited about being able to watch a high-definition movie on a PlayStation 3 for well, frankly, the first time in my life, I believe. Well, folks, these three are some of the best action movies in the world, and it's the Rambo series on Blu-ray. I had to get it, because these are, you know, some of Sylvester Stallone's best films. And you know, if you ain't thinking of Rocky when you think of Sylvester, well, you're dang near probably thinking of Rambo if You know, this one's from 2008. And since they got the modern special effects and all of that stuff, this one's a lot more gritty and stuff. 'Cause they can do more with all the graphics and stuff. Yeah, this one sees Rambo coming back, and he ain't, it's like riding a bike for John Rambo. When he comes back, he just has to put his foot on the pedal, and he's ready to go. These are probably my favorite horror films, I'd say, ever. And it's the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Had to get these. I believe I bought them full price one day when I had some extra money to, throw around. And there was about to be a storm in my area, and they was advising you to stay indoors because of the wind. And I said that'd be perfect to be watching Freddy Krueger. This storm is hitting. And this has got the Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. And Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Yeah, somehow Mr. Krueger keeps coming back, even after being obliterated in some of these movies. He's always back for more. And he's scared the crap out of me when I was a boy. I think I saw the New Nightmare on TV one time, and that gave me new nightmares, if you know what I mean. We got Wreck-It Ralph. Now that's a good, it's kind of like a kid's movie, but you don't have to be a kid to watch it. It's got a lot of real cool video game characters in it, and a real interesting story. Matter of fact, I ain't watched this one in quite a while, so I believe I'll probably have to do that, pretty soon, 'cause it's a real refreshing movie to watch. We got Walk Hard to Dewey Cox Story, and it's a real funny movie. It's a little bit of a joke about the Johnny Cash story, and it's got John C. Reilly in it, with the director from Knocked Up and Superbad. This has got Pam Beasley from The Office in it too. And if you see her in this movie, you say, "Holy crap, Pam, I didn't think you'd ever do that stuff." But I'll tell you, real funny movie. We got another Riley movie, and that's Step Brothers, which is a classic comedy, instant classic. real like image or, stepbrothers, and they get into some funny like situations. And they like kinda don't like each other a little bit. We got Zombieland. This movie I got for free. When I bought Dead Island on the PlayStation 3, I went up to the counter and the guy said, "Don't you know that you get Zombieland on Blu-ray with this game?" And I said, "I didn't know that." And then I think he ran and grabbed it for me. Or they might have had him under the desk. And that was a 2-for-1 special. This is a good action, funny movie. Got Woody Harrelson and Emma Stone and Jesse Eisenberg. I like this one a lot, and I watched it a few times. I think I'd recommend that one for anyone who likes sort of like, silly zombie movies. Folks, we got Evil Dead 2. Now this ain't opened, but I got it on sale, I believe, on a Black Friday. The Evil Dead movies are like some of the best, like horror movies. They're like cult classics. And I really like these. But it's funny because I only got number 2 on Blu-ray. And they got a series on TV. Well, on Netflix or on TV that's new that I gotta check out. It's called Ash vs. the Evil Dead. This next movie is a real interesting one. This movie is called Nebraska. Now it's in like black and white, but it's a newer movie. And I'd say it's kind of like a little bit of a drama film. A little bit sad. Pretty funny too, but it's got a lot of like very like human experiences in it. Like it's just, I don't know how to explain it, but I really liked it. Real good, like, sort of like a heartwarming film if you asked me. So I recommend that, Nebraska. And you don't gotta live there to like the movie. This movie I watched one time, but I liked it. It's called Winter's Bone. And it's got Jennifer Lawrence in it. She's like a big old actress. She was in like Silver Lining Playbook and Hunger Games. And there's a new movie she's in called Mother, I think. But she plays like a strong female lead in this film. And I think she does the job like serious films. But I don't always want to be in that mood of watching something that makes, is real serious. But this next one's a perfect one for feeling good. And it's called Space Jam, with the best basketball player in the world. His name is, Michael Jordan. And as a boy, I had a lot of basketball cards, and a lot of them was Michael Jordan cards. This is probably one of the best movies of all time, and forever will be. It's got Bugs Bunny and all the Looney Tunes, and with Michael Jordan. And that in itself is one of the best things of all time. I saw this in the theater as a little boy, and we bought it on VHS tape as soon as it came out. And I never get sick of this movie. And I was so glad when it came out on Blu-ray. And that is the final Blu-ray in this video that we will be showing, but I recommend this to everybody. Well, folks, thanks a lot for watching me showing my Blu-rays. If you liked the video, consider giving it a like and maybe subscribing to my channel. Also, you may consider supporting me on Patreon, or maybe donating if you feel up to it.